we all get really, really nervous. One day he saw her walking home from school, and he's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to finally go and do it. I'm just going to get out of my box. I'm going to go and be that person. So he went up to her and was like, hey, how you doing today? She looked at him like, I'm fine. You mind if I walk you home? Hey, can I carry your books? Okay. And he goes, man, did you, and they started talking about school stuff. They started talking about, and he's like, there's that dance coming up, and I just thought maybe you might want to go. And she's like, really? You want me to go to a dance with you? He goes, yeah, you mind? She goes, okay. So she goes to the dance with him. They graduate. A couple years later, they were still a couple. They were still dating. They were still a couple. And they graduated together. They went to college together. Man, he was dumb as a box of rocks, but she wasn't. And she helped him get through it. She tutored him, helped him get through everything. She helped him. One day they got married. It was a couple years in. And he goes, man, I was so nervous to talk to you, and I would go and everything else. And in front of everybody, she goes, we need to talk. She goes, there's something about me you don't know. He goes, I know everything about you. She goes, no, you don't. She goes, when you first met, you made a comment that my bag was heavy, and you kind of joked around about it, and I kind of smiled. And she was, you're right, my bag was heavy. She goes, if you don't know how much you matter. She goes, I went to school that day because I was done. I didn't want my mom and dad getting mad because they'd have to go clean out my locker for what I was about to do. I didn't want anybody complaining because I created a burden upon them. So all my books, everything was in my bag. Everything from school was in my bag. You see, the day you met me, I was going to end my life. I planned it for years. I planned it because I was tired of the abuse. I was tired of being bullied. I was tired of being belittled and told that I didn't matter and I was ugly, and nobody took the time out to see me. Nobody took the time out to ask me anything. Nobody wanted to be my friend. Everybody wanted something from me, but it was never friendship. I was abused, and I was tired, and I was scared. But that day I finally had no fear of dying. I had no fear of taking my life because it was the alternative. I had no reason. When you came up to me and talked to me, I thought you were crazy. But you didn't know what I had in store. You didn't know what I was planning on doing when I got home. You didn't know that I had a bottle of poison that I was going to drink when I got home. The very minute I came in the door, I wasn't even going to think about it. I was going to chug it all down. I was going to go in my room, lock the door, and just be done. I planned it for a long time, but I never had enough nerve. But that day I had the nerve to do it. I was going to do it. There was nothing going to stop me. Then you came up to me and asked to walk home with me. You came up to me and asked to carry my books. The biggest burden I had that day was carrying my books. The heaviest burden I had was knowing those books, what those books meant. All these years, you didn't know that you saved my life. And now we have all these kids together. We've created a life together. And you wonder why I tell my kids every day I love them, why I make sure to let you know that I care about you. And you tell me all the time, you've done everything in the power. And you know what? I've done everything to get rid of you. Good or bad, you've never left my side. But one act of kindness saved my life. One act of kindness showed me that I was important. Now, I've always loved that story because I know so many people that have been in those situations. I had a friend die. Her heart failed on her. And she was always my friend. I made sure that she always knew she was my friend and everything else. But she never thought she was pretty. She married and loved her husband, but she could never have kids. The only thing she ever wanted in life was kids. One day she went in because she was having heart problems, and she got put into one of those rooms when waiting on the doctor. And when the doctor got to the room, she was dead. That was a friend of mine that helped me start, or we started it together. It wasn't my idea. It was Dr. McGinley's idea and several people from the Veterans Home, but the teen court system in Quincy, Illinois. And she sat on the teen court system with me. And a lot of times, when I was in the military and everything else, she'd write me letters and stuff like that, and I knew she was bullied. And one of the things that she told me before she died, she remembered me and Charlie Noble in English class. The teacher was even picking on her. And she had bullies, and she was bullied. But she would never say nothing mean about anybody. And when they came after Paula, when that teacher came after Paula, we got up and walked out of class with her. We went down to the office with her. And we made sure that she knew that, hey, you know what? We're not bullies of you. We're your friend. And we got your, and you know what? She remembered that. It always reminds me of that story. I also have another friend that left Indiana. And she came back because her mom died of brain cancer. And I always think that when she was walking and everything else, and she became a great friend of mine. She's still alive. There's nothing wrong with her. And she's not watching this, so I'm not worried about it. But I knew that there's people with difficulties out there. I know people got bullied. I know people suffer from PTSD. But kindness, I can't stress enough what kindness can do. So please be kind. Show people you love them. Let them know they matter. Start doing things that, even if you have to stand out from everything else, do it. I've got friends that have showed me kindness in my deepest, darkest hours. And they'll never probably even know how much they mean to me, or how much I love them to death. I get really sick and tired of people like, how come you're not married? How come you don't have somebody? Because I have to fight some other things. I've got to fight, I got to fight a system that is not set up for people like me. I have to fight, lies and, basic things, to protect people I love. Because somebody decides to lie and try to ruin somebody's life. Well, I'm a fighter. And I'm only a fighter because of those great people in my life that keep propping me back up, that keep building me up, they keep picking me up every time I fall, and they keep saying, no. You know what? If you're on rock bottom, it's a platform to get back to the top. If you're on rock bottom, start climbing back up again. So that's what I do. For all the Jesuses and the Mindys, for all the Melissas and the Riches, for all the Dons, for all the Brian Carruthers in the world that have loved me, that have cared about me, for all the Ginny Gullies and the Mike Gullies, for all the Dantes Haskins and the Tim Reddings, for almost everybody in 2-8. I'll do everything in my power to let them know they matter all the time. For new people that are coming in and out, I'm going to let them know they matter one way or the other. Because people let me know that I'm not alone in my struggles, and I want to make sure you're not alone in your struggles, and I want to make sure that if you got PTSD or depression or everything else, that you matter, that you're treated fairly, that you are always going to be innocent in a system that you're innocent until proven guilty, because people can lie, cheat, or steal and get you in trouble, but that doesn't make you bad. Just because somebody puts a bad stereotype on you because they want to get a story, or they want to lie, cheat, and steal in order to get a story, or they want to try to take your life away because, it's better than going after somebody that really did do a crime. I'm going to be here and speaking up for those that can't. I'm going to be here letting you know that we're going to fight in your corner. Why? Because I've got people fighting in my corner, and I'm going to fight in your corner, and we're going to do everything in our power to make sure we tell these people that got PTSD that they matter every day. You matter. You are important. And it's not about being religious or not religious or black or white or sex or Islam, Muslim, or everything else. What matters is if somebody shows up to your party that you invited. What matters is they show up. What matters is it's not about the food they eat. It's a matter that they came. It's a matter that you invited them. And the most important part and why I love my hometown the most, you know why people in my hometown get mad at each other? Because you didn't show up to the party you were invited to. Neighbors are family where I'm from. I know that I've got people on here that have been abused. I know that because of the color of their skin, they've been rejected. Because they have a vagina and not a penis, they've been stalked and predators. But that's not who we all are. And it takes each one of us one day at a time to fix the imperfections. But you know what? It may be slow, but we're getting it done. Everybody, you matter. My name's Jeffrey Jansen. I don't know if I'll ever make a difference in anybody's life, but at least I can try. Because if I can convince you to make a difference in other people's lives, then it's worth it. You're worth it. Thanks for all listening tonight. I appreciate you, each and every one of you. I'll see you all tomorrow night, and don't worry, they won't be as long. I kind of got into it a little bit tonight. It's who I am. But for the most part, I love each and every one of you. Each and every one of you matters. I don't care where you're at from the world. I got friends in the Philippines. I got friends in Hong Kong. I got friends in China. I got friends in Japan. I got friends in Kosovo. I got friends in Italy. I got friends in Greece. I got friends in Spain. I got friends in Africa. I got friends in Panama. I got friends in Chile and Colombia. I got friends in Venezuela. I got friends in all 50 states. I got friends in Canada, Alaska, Russia. I got friends in South Korea. I don't know if I got any friends in North Korea because it's a hermit nation. But my friends are what make me strong. What's even stronger are the people in my hometown and my neighbors and friends in my hometown that they're just great people. And the only reason why I'm survived and alive to this day is because each and every one of them. Plus, I'm terrified of Jesus Delgado coming in. You know, if something happens to me, he'd kick the crap out of me. He's not watching this right now, but if he ever comes back to it, he's going to shut up, Jeff. So, all right, everybody. Hope everybody's great. Brandon, Mindy, Dean Mowen, how you doing, my friend? Love you to death, my friend. Wilfred, Larry, Tony, Mike, South, KD Dickerson, Tamara, Charles, Mary. Man, wow, I didn't realize I had this many people watching tonight. Got a lot of them. But know this, each and every one of you are important. Each and every one of you make a difference, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.